Hello and welcome to Nyam Nyam. Let's make orange jelly cheesecake. Start with 250 grams of mashed Oreo and 100 grams of melted butter. Mix them together. Then lightly spray a cake tin with some oil and place your Oreo cookie biscuit base in the bottom. Use the bottom end of a glass to push it down, making it nice and compact and also going up the sides. Now freeze for 30 minutes, and meanwhile in a mixing bowl add 300 grams of cream cheese and 200 grams of sugar. Whisk them together. And then add 150 grams of sour cream. Pour in 100 milliliters of orange juice. And once that's all blended, we can pour it on top of our biscuit base. It will fill almost to the top. We're going to freeze that for 1 hour, and meanwhile in a glass bowl add 100 grams of orange jello powder and 50 milliliters of hot water. Whisk those together until the jello powder has dissolved, and then pour on top of your cheesecake. Lovely. We're going to freeze that for 1 final hour. And then it's time to decorate with some shredded chocolate around the edges. And in the middle. And finally, a finishing touch of some orange peel. Amazing orange jelly cheesecake. Can't wait to try it. Can you? Grinch Christmas desserts, which are easy and fun to make for any Christmas party. Here's how. First of all, in a mixing bowl you add 250 grams of butter. Whisk that up till it's nice and light and fluffy. We're using an electric whisk. Add 400 grams of icing sugar to that. Whisking once again. And if you do have an electric whisk, it obviously makes things easier. We add that a little bit at a time, just to make sure that it's properly blended in, with no lumps. Next we add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 50 milliliters of milk, and whisk that in too. Add your food colouring, green of course, green for the Grinch. Stir that in until it's evenly coloured. And that goes into a food piping bag. We've got a serrated edge nozzle there, and a slim nozzle and a multi-nozzle. Meanwhile, we get some fondant, a little bit of white fondant icing, and separate it into 2 pieces, rolling one in the palm of our hand. Now we're going to stick those on our chopping board, adding in 2 teeny tiny bits of black fondant icing. And yes, you've guessed it, they are eyes. So we're going to pipe our green buttercream icing through the serrated edge nozzle first. And then we're going to use our multi-head nozzle to make spiky patterns around the edge of our cupcake. This is the fun creative part, creating a hair-like pattern for our Grinch. And add our fondant eyes and eyelashes for a finishing touch. Don't forget the smile. Why not a heart too? Ooh, dig in. Yummy. For our next recipe, we add 400 grams of ready pancake mix to a mixing bowl and 2 eggs. No need to whisk them in advance. 300 milliliters of milk goes in there, and you can whisk that up using a hand whisk this time. Add your food colouring. No need for an electric whisk, so not to worry if you don't have one. Once that's nice and evenly green, we're going to add 100 milliliters of melted butter into it. Whisk it up again. Now that's ready to go into our frying pan. We've lightly oiled, or a non-stick frying pan, even better. Flip it over so you've cooked it evenly on both sides. Wonderful, there you have a Grinch green pancake. Add 250 milliliters of whipping cream to a bowl, 50 grams of icing, and whisk that up. Mixing it on a high speed to make it nice and thick as you like it. Now that whipped cream goes into 2 mixing bowls, and in one we're going to add our green food colouring. And again, stir it in so it's evenly coloured. And the other one we leave white. Stick those into 2 separate food piping bags. For the white whipped cream, we're just going to use a nice basic thin nozzle. Now for the green whipping cream, we're going to use a serrated edge nozzle. We've made a few pancakes here and we're just forming a pile. We're going to put our white whipping cream on first. And you can decorate these how you like. You can pile on the whipped cream or use it sparingly. And here we are, making a flower-like pattern in the middle. And on top of that goes our green whipping cream. And a few fondant hearts around the edge. Why not add some fruit too? Raspberries look fantastic with this green and red against each other. And of course the white whipping cream too. Fantastic use of colours. And it tastes great too. Tuck in. Yummy. Next, we're going to add 200 millilitres of whipping cream to a pot. We put that on a medium heat. Mix it as it heats up and bubbles away. And we're going to take it off the stove and add that hot whipping cream to some white chocolate buttons, which will of course automatically melt. Now mixing those in slowly as they melt. We're going to add our green food colouring to that. A few drops. The more drops you add, the darker it will be, of course. And when that's all mixed together, it's going to go into a tray which we have covered with foil so as to make sure it doesn't stick. Freeze that for 3 hours. And there you have green chocolate fudge. Fantastic. Ready to slice into portions and add your little red fondant hearts on each. Fantastic. Look at that. So easy to make, so delicious too. Yum. Right, for our final recipe, we add 100 grams of sugar to a mixing bowl and add some red food colouring this time. That was a bit tricky to mix this one, so you're going to have a little bit of patience, but it's worth the wait. Add 50 millilitres of corn syrup to another bowl. Now you're going to dip the rim of your glass into that, so it's all coated with corn syrup. And then you're going to dip that into the red sugar. Coating your rim. Beautiful. Now we add 100 grams of apple jelly powder into a mixing bowl with 20 grams of sugar and 250 millilitres of hot water. Stir that till it's all dissolved together. Add 100 millilitres of room temperature water to that. Mix again. You'll have nice strong arms after this. So, we're going to get our red rimmed glass and pour in our apple jelly mixture. Put that in the refrigerator for 1 hour to set. Meanwhile, get 250 millilitres of whipping cream, put that in a mixing bowl, and using an electric whisk, we are going to whisk it up like crazy. Brilliant. And that is going to go on top of our set apple jelly, all the way to the top of our glass. To top it all off, some red coloured sugar. Fantastic. White, red and green, keeping in with the Grinch theme, and a fantastically Christmassy dessert. Delicious. Did you ever think you could put together a sinful dessert in just 3 simple steps? Let's bake the no-bake strawberry and cream jelly cake. Layered in cream jelly and infused with luscious strawberries. This cake takes you on a milky, wholesome and enticing journey with every bite. It's a simple no-bake cake with simple ingredients such as milk, evaporated milk and even condensed milk. Let's hear it for the milks. Excellent. We give it a nice stir and then we add the final touch, a spot of gelatin. Now notice that we're heating this while we're stirring it. Now that makes your gelatin milk mixture, part of which you're going to pour into a nice big mould. Now we want to put this in the fridge for at least 20 minutes to let it set. meanwhile, let's make the jelly. So strawberry flavoured jello, we like strawberry, we like the colour red. We're going to add some water, 400 ml of water to be precise, some gelatin, give it a whisk. Then we're going to pour half of that into a smaller round-shaped mould and set it in the fridge for 10 minutes. When we bring it out, it's nicely set and we can add some fresh strawberries for that wonderful freshness. And then pour the rest of the gelatin mixture over the top. Now that will be in the fridge for 30 minutes. When everything is set, we take it out and we place the jelly on top of the set gelatin milk mixture. Then the remainder of the gelatin milk mixture gets poured around and over the top of the jelly, hiding it in the middle. Give it a bit of a shake and stick it in the fridge for at least 2 hours. You can make this recipe with any fruit you like. You can use mangoes, cherries, oranges, any type of berry you like. Now, when we take it out of the fridge, we turn it upside down so you get the lovely nice white flour on the top. You can only see white, so let's decorate it with some fresh strawberries and a nice slice of green mint. Did you know that Hannah Glass published this recipe in her 18th century book? Yes, it's an old recipe, folks. Tried and tested. Perfect for summertime parties. Delicious. Let's make gelatina. Start by mixing together 50 grams of sugar and 50 millilitres of water whilst heating on the stove. Once the sugar has dissolved, add in 100 grams of chopped kiwi. Bring it to the boil and then turn off the heat. Now add 200 millilitres of hot water to a bowl and 100 grams of blue jelly powder, then yellow, then green, and then red. So 4 different colours, mix each one. And now for our milk jelly. So we need 200 millilitres of hot milk now, mixed with our 100 grams of jelly powder, so we get these lovely pastel colours. Now let's make our plain milk jelly. We're just adding plain gelatin to this, 10 grams to be precise. Time to build our designs. Get a glass, tilt it on one side and pop in some preserved kiwi. Then through a funnel, pour on some green jelly. In another glass, we're going for the pink design and we're first adding the pink jelly milk. Blue jelly going in the third glass. Now refrigerate those for 10 minutes to let them slightly set. Now tilt the glass the other way and pour in some yellow jelly over the kiwi. Again refrigerate for 10 minutes. Tilt back the other way, pour on some milk jelly. Refrigerate for 10 minutes, and we just repeat this process until all the glass is full. So more preserved kiwi, more green jelly on that. Again refrigerating for 10 minutes. Tilt the other way, add your yellow jelly. Again refrigerate to let it partially set. Tilt the other way, add your milk jelly. And so on and so forth. When you get near the top, add some more preserved kiwi. And then fill up to the top with green jelly. Brilliant! Blue jelly has blueberries in it. Amazing. And the purple and pink make a beautiful stripy pattern. Then you just refrigerate them for 1 more hour till they're set and ready to serve. And look at that beautiful array of colours. Wow, what a design! Enjoy!